Alright, so next week at UFC 309, Charles Oliveira is returning, and you have to assume that a win over Michael Chandler will mean a title shot for Charles Oliveira, and it kind of has me wondering, are we going to see the return of the legendary Charles Oliveira era? Anyway, let me know what you think about it, if you think Charles Oliveira can return to being a champion, and while you're down there, I'd appreciate if you could like and subscribe. We're close to 340 subs, hopefully we can get to 500 subs by the end of the year. But anyway, let me get into it, because look, the state of Charles Oliveira's career right now is kind of uncertain, to be honest, okay? You look at them, the Neil Dariush fight where he knocks him out. He looks insane. He looks really good. His striking looks improved, okay? Then he pulls out against Islam Makhachev, literally ruins Volk's entire career, okay? Ruins everybody's happiness for the rest of their lives, okay? Completely ruins MMA, by the way. Look, Volk is now, his career is ruined, okay? This guy's just been knocked out twice in a row, and it's all Charles Oliveira's fault, okay? So, maybe it's good. Hopefully he does fall off. Now I'm joking, but look, he pulls out of the Islam Makhachev fight, so he has to fight Arman Tsarukyan for #1 contender, and then he loses to Arman Tsarukyan, and that's not a bad loss to have, okay? And he looked very good in that fight, okay? That was a very, very close fight, okay? Even though so many people were saying it was a robbery, okay? I really don't know how you can watch that fight and actually come to the conclusion that was a robbery, okay? Like, bro, come on, alright? Having a submission attempt, a failed submission attempt, okay? I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, but you got closer to finishing the fight. Bro, that Darce at the end was not tight at all, okay? This guy was sticking his tongue out like he was Marab, okay? When he had Arman in the Darce, Arman got up, he was, like, completely fine, okay? That was, like, the Robbie Lawler stoppage against Ben Askren. He just got up immediately, so I don't think that Darce was really tight or anything. Arman Tsarukyan, I felt like clearly won 29-28, but look, that was a really good fight, okay? He didn't look washed at all, but if he gets knocked out by Michael Chandler now, it might not be looking too good for Charles Oliveira. But look, I think he can go out there and beat Michael Chandler. And, Michael Chandler, he's kind of delusional right now. This guy keeps saying if he wins the fight against Charles Oliveira, he's going to fight Max Holloway, then he's going to fight Islam, and then he's going to fight Conor McGregor all in the same, maybe same second, honestly, the way he's talking. It's like, bro, he's going to fight them all in the same night, bro, okay? I don't know what Michael Chandler is even talking about here, okay? Like, I'm sure Dana probably did promise him some kind of, reward because he waited so long for Conor McGregor, and Conor McGregor didn't fight him. If he beats Charles Oliveira, maybe he will get a title shot, but it's like, bro, what are you, what is blood yapping about, okay? This guy's he's having a delusional, psycho rant about, about if he wins, he's gonna do all this stuff. It's like, bro, focus on Charles Oliveira, right? I don't know what this guy's talking about. He's gonna fight Max Holloway, Islam, Conor McGregor, anyway, so you have to assume that Charles Oliveira is gonna get that same opportunity. Okay, because especially he was supposed to get the title shot against Islam Makhachev and wasn't able to, due to injury. So it's like you have to assume that he's probably going to get the title shot. And, with Islam Makhachev versus Arman Tsarukyan basically being confirmed for UFC 311, you kind of have to assume he's going to fight one of those two, okay? Because I really doubt anyone else is going to be champ at lightweight. Lightweight is kind of just split between, what's his name, Islam, and then Arman Tsarukyan. And, whoever wins that one, that's kind of it for the rest of, lightweight eternity. And, maybe if Islam loses, he moves up to welterweight. Maybe Usman Nurmagomedov will come along, and then, who even knows, okay? The Nurmagomedov bloodline is actually going crazy right now. Okay, father's plan, and you have Shamil Gaziev, who's like father's meal or something. So, look, lightweight, there's going to be a lot of guys like Islam Makhachev and Arman Tsarukyan, who basically their whole game plan is kind of basically the reverse Flash to Charles Oliveira. Okay, that wrestling heavy style is just not good for Charles Oliveira, the way he does his jiu-jitsu. I don't know. I don't know if he'll ever be able to become champ again, just because of how, bro, because especially the long, line, like I just said, the long line of Nurmagomedovs coming down, okay? It's bro, their entire style is, the most, worst, nightmare matchup for Charles Oliveira. You know what I mean? And even Usman Nurmagomedov, his grappling and his striking is very good. It's bro, come on. This is not looking good for Charles Oliveira, but I want to talk about the potential matchups, okay? Islam Makhachev versus Charles Oliveira. Let's say Islam Makhachev goes out there, smokes Arman Tsarukyan, then they make that fight next, given that Charles Oliveira obviously wins against Michael Chandler. But look, Islam Makhachev versus Charles Oliveira, I really don't want to see this fight, okay? If you're a Charles Oliveira fan and you want to see this fight, you are out your mind, okay, bro? I don't get it, okay? Islam Makhachev destroyed Charles Oliveira the first time, and it's bro, he's only gotten better, bro. It's he's only getting better and better, bro. I don't want to see this guy fight Charles Oliveira and knock him out. Please, Charles Oliveira, go up to 170, fight Colby Covington. Bro, this is what we all actually need. Okay, screw this entire video, okay? We need, Charles Oliveira, go up, fight Colby Covington, smoke him, okay? And then after that, do whatever you want, okay? But do not fight Islam Makhachev and just get KO'd, bro, please. Bro, because Islam Makhachev, this guy's actually, like, bro, I'm about to start glazing Islam Makhachev, okay, just, you know, in the middle of this video, because look, bro, this guy's a top 3 striker, top 3 grappler, and it's like, bro, it's the worst part is that Islam's, like, his grappling style is, like, the nightmare matchup for Charles Oliveira, okay, we saw it in that first fight. I mean, bro, like, he could just sit in his guard all day, like, there's really not much threat for Islam Makhachev there. You know, Islam Makhachev, you know, he did pretty good on the ground, knocked him down, got the submission. It's just like, I don't know. I don't think there's a point in Charles Oliveira fighting Islam Makhachev, you know, ever. Hopefully he just moves up to 170 and does, you know, fun fights. To be honest, that's really what I want for Charles Oliveira. I just, especially when, again, like I said, there's so many guys at the top with that style. And, you know, I'm kind of repeating myself, but you know what I mean? Like, there's so many guys with that style that's so bad for Charles Oliveira to where it's like, you know, I don't know. I just really want him to just start doing fun fights. Maybe Charles Oliveira versus Volkanovski is a pretty good fight to make as well. But look, that's not really the point of this video. The main point is how would he do against the champions. And, you know, let's say Arman Tsarukyan goes out there, shocks the world. It wouldn't be too much of a shock, to be honest. I think Arman Tsarukyan's pretty good. He definitely has a chance of beating, you know, Islam Makhachev. And look, that first fight was close. Okay, Arman Tsarukyan versus Charles Oliveira, pretty close fight. But see, the thing is, it's just like, I don't know, bro. I feel like the only guy who would benefit from a rematch in this would be Arman Tsarukyan. I don't think Charles Oliveira would benefit at all. He didn't really make any, like, necessary, like, mistakes, I guess. You know, I feel like Arman Tsarukyan, he could have done so much better, okay? Because I just, like, bro, his striking, I feel like, is better than Oliveira's. You know, especially the ground game as well. I feel like he could have out-grappled Oliveira as well. It's like, you know, there's so many people, bro, if that fight was 5 rounds, man, bro, Charles Oliveira would have beat him, and that's just not the case, okay, because Arman Tsarukyan was getting better as the fight went on, like, bro, he's getting more and more dominant as the fight got on. Why, like, I don't get that at all, okay, like, genuinely, bro, Charles Oliveira is so glazed to the point where people actually, like, I just don't get that at all. What would Charles Oliveira would have done differently as the fight got on, bro? He probably would have gassed, and it would have been even worse for him, to be honest, bro. Because if he was more tired as the fight went on, he wouldn't be able to just throw up these submissions, okay? Like, that just wouldn't have happened. So, look, bro, if Arman Tsarukyan and him rematch, you know, like, Charles Oliveira definitely has a good chance of getting them out, okay? He had a lot of submission threats against Arman Tsarukyan that were really, really, really close. And I think he could do it again. I don't think that was, like, very hard for Charles Oliveira to do. That guillotine in round 1, that literally, like, you know, just straight up stripped Arman off his pants with some, like, Mikhail shit, bro. Okay? Like, look, that was a really close submission attempt. Then the Darce at the end, which wasn't close at all, to be honest. But, look, like, bro, he had a lot of submission attempts in that fight. And Arman Tsarukyan wasn't really doing anything too crazy, okay? Like, he was, like, kind of just laying on top of him, throwing a lot of elbows and stuff. It wasn't, like, anything crazy that Charles Oliveira doesn't really know how to deal with, or I feel like can't, like, you know, like, improve against, I guess that's what I want to say. And, you know, Arman Tsarukyan, he would definitely have to finish him early, because I think Arman Tsarukyan, like I just said, is the only guy who would benefit from that fight being longer, okay? I think he would have the better cardio, you know, and again, like, if Charles Oliveira is gassed, it's going to be so much more unlikely that he'll get a submission off, so, like, I don't know, I still wouldn't pick him to beat Arman Tsarukyan. I probably would pick Arman Tsarukyan by, like, a 50-45 decision. I don't know if he'd finish Charles Oliveira, I don't think he has it in him, but look, that's really all I want to say about Charles Oliveira. As for Michael Chandler, because I'm probably not going to give a whole breakdown for that fight, maybe I will, but I think Charles Oliveira is probably going to win. I mean, Michael Chandler, he's been out the cage for 2 years. I think, no, the only way Michael Chandler wins that is if he just, like, lands an insane overhand and just knocks Charles Oliveira out, like, just the most random thing, okay? Like, there's a big chance that happens because he's probably very angry at the fact that Connor's basically just cucked him for 2 years. But yeah, that's really all I want to say. I think Islam Makhachev versus Arman Tsarukyan. I already said that, but that's basically been confirmed as of right now. And yeah, that's going to be it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe.